everybody. Welcome back to Bethesda Unpatched. This is episode number 11. I am Joe the Wigit, and I am joined by the space trucker extraordinaire moving to the wastelands, Mr. Kilo.
Indeed, I am making the switch. I'm trading my ship for a Brahmin.
It'd be great if you could ride one of those. It'd be slow.
Two-headed cow. They're not quick. They're
No.
not fast.
You notice that in the Fallout series, like all the feed animals have two heads? So the deer, the cows. I think I've even seen a sheep with two heads.
I think so.
And it's not just randomly two heads. They all have two heads.
I thought Yaoguais have two heads, don't they? Yaoguai.
Something like that.
Watch out for the Yaoguai.
So, as you guys may know, if you're in the gaming community, GamesCom has started. We are recording on officially the day 2, or it's getting ready to start day 2 over there in Germany. It's interesting because it's in Germany, so the time differences is weird. Like, they do most of their presentations and big events in the morning there, which is late night for us here.
Yep.
So far, the intro, the big opening was blah, and the first day was blah, but we'll get into that. I think most of this show is going to be made up of news and articles tonight. We got a lot to talk about, even though nothing spicy has come out from Bethesda yet. We still have hope. Mm-hmm. There's hope. So if you get a little random 0.5 episode this week, you'll know why.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got some other great stuff. Fortunately, the big hype right now is, of course, the Fallout Season 2 approaching. The release date. We have the teaser trailer. We're going to go over that tonight. So, we got some awesome stuff to talk about.
They released the Fallout 76 roadmap for the next 3 months. It's going to be a very Fallout-heavy episode, I think.
I think so.
Which is fine, because that's like one of the biggest Bethesda titles and, series. IP, what are you going to call it? Between Fallout and Elder Scrolls, those are the two big ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fallout is huge right now.
All because of the show.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're doing such a great job with it. They did such a great job in Season 1. I cannot wait for Season 2. So excited.
I'm still convinced they're going to announce an Elder Scrolls TV show right before they release Elder Scrolls 6.
That would be really awesome. I would be into that.
That would be a hype train for sure. And I'd be all over it.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Without question.
I'm definitely more of a fantasy guy than sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
But
see, I'm the yin to your yang because I'm more of a sci-fi guy than a fantasy guy, even though I do love both. Yeah.
My favorite movies are fantasy. My favorite books are fantasy. I've written fantasy. My favorite gaming is fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the books that I'm working on are sci-fi. So there you go.
We're right up there. Yep, that works. And we cover both sides of the coin when it comes to Bethesda, that's for sure.
We do indeed. We try to be comprehensive,
I would say Fallout's kind of like a blend of fantasy and sci-fi, in a way.
Right. Well, I mean, the post-apocalyptic part of the post-apocalyptic sci-fi being that it's reduced technology. It's not necessarily a lot of futuristic technology. You got the Paladins, you got the Pridwin, you got the, you do have some stuff, but...
Well, that's the big thing about Fallout universe is that it's an alternate universe, and they never developed the microchip.
Right.
Well, they did in
but they still had
cars
and
robots that are AI intelligent.
Right.
All right. Well, since we're in this, I'm wondering if we just want to cover our gameplay really quick, and then dive into the mess. No, let's just dive into the mess. Let's just do it.
You just want to dive into the mess
and get right into the fun stuff. Yep.
Fucking do it, man.
We can cut back on our gameplay if we need to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so first thing I want to talk about, we know that the Fallout 2 fan remake, Project Arroyo, has been ongoing. I have seen sources say that it was officially announced by Bethesda. I have found nothing to suggest that. However, we do have some really interesting art that is new concept art for Frank Horgan, who is antagonist in Fallout 2. And it looks really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now. It's pretty good concept art.
Yeah, it looks like XO1 armor, super beefy with the Enclave logo and the huge mantle. Yeah,
A
it
little
looks
overdone,
super
but that's
badass.
typical of a
But
concept.
it's typical of Fallout, and it's typical of the art style, especially the art style of that time. That
Yeah.
was more, fantastical.
It reminds me more of
It
comic
looks
book.
really great. It is very much like like a comic book, absolutely. That is something that they're still working on. The Gamer has that article if you want to check that out. But that's not even really the exciting thing. I'm really leading with
Let's get over the little
the
things
crap.
first.
Yeah. We do have a note from the ESO community from Rich Lambert. He's stepping down as the director of Zenimax Online Studios. And of course, it's going to ask me my freaking age verification as I
It
try to
does every
shoot to
time.
the
Yep.
article.
Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to introduce someone to you. Nick, guy, common. I can never pronounce his last name. Nick G. Well, Nick has been a part of the team since 2019. He will be a new face to many of you. Nick has been deeply involved with ESO as both a player and developer over the years. As a player and community member, he's been playing ESO since the early beta days. Me too. Blah, blah, blah. As a developer, most recently, Nick has been serving as our director of product management. Now he's stepping into a new role, game director for ESO. That's a big role. He actually gets to directly influence the future of the game. So you'll be seeing and hearing a lot more from him in the future. In case you're wondering, I am not leaving. This is not a goodbye. I will continue to be around, but my role is changing. I'm moving up a level into more of a studio role. Studio game director. Oh, congrats.
Yeah, congrats to Rich on that for sure.
That's a big, big change.
And congrats to Nick.
With how
congrats to both of them.
Yeah, how they're revamping Zenimax, which is Bethesda, by the way. Zenimax is the parent company. It makes sense. Especially if they're going to want to streamline things. Todd needs to step away from being directly involved in every project. I think that heavily influences how slow the production of the game is. Yeah, they're amazing games, but it's okay to have other people take charge on these projects.
Right.
So yeah, the last 18 years have been incredible, and it has been something that I will always cherish. But the opportunity to do something different and grow is going to be fun. I look forward to the challenge. So yeah, that's awesome. That's nothing but good news.
Yep. That's definitely good stuff. We got some other good news as well. You want to go ahead and take this one away? Fallout 76 released a roadmap.
They did. And the fishing is ending very soon, as of the September 2nd is what it looks like when the current season is going to be going bye-bye. So get your fishing stuff in, get everything turned in, because it's going to go bye-bye then. And the next one is that big patch we talked about where they're overhauling the camp system. So Fallout 76 Camp Revamp in Season 22 Appalachian Modern Living drops September 2nd, and they have a whole roadmap of all the different things, like the mini events that they do throughout the entire season, including double XP weekends, things like that. They're doing a lot of camp contests, which is really cool. I read a lot about this. So they're going to be doing a lot of different camp contests where you can earn exclusive rewards and stuff like that, so you get to submit your builds. Now that the creativity has been opened wide up, it's been wide open. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but there's a lot more you can do now and be a lot more creative with it. I've seen a lot of examples that are pretty crazy. In October, they're going into the spooky season. I've already seen it in the game. Like, I was in there today, and I've seen the robot jack-o'-lantern with his house full of jack-o'-lanterns. It's a Mr. Handy that's obsessed with carving pumpkins.
That's amazing.
Like 1,000 of them all over the place. And there's this haunted house I went by earlier. It's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. So you got all that spooky stuff happening in October. And November is the anniversary of the game. And they have a bunch of things coming out for that, like Treasure Hunter. There's a big in-game anniversary event. It's the 7th anniversary. It's the 7 years after the remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got a big weekend coming up in November. Double XP, double mutations, Gold Rush, and Minerva's big sale. So, and then December, I think this is going to be the update that we've all been waiting for in the game.
Yeah.
Upcoming, I can talk. Upcoming update in season 23 is they don't say what it is, but there's a picture of a particular bridge in that image.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that with King Fan Man.
Yep.
Going to Ohio, baby.
I think that's going to be the update. So we got a complete camp overhaul in a massive way, which is huge. And then we got this massive content, story content coming up. It's a beautiful roadmap. That game is not going anywhere.
If you look on, I saw it on X. I'm sure it's on their other socials as well. Bethesda Game Studios posted a demo video of the new camp system and everything like that. So if you look for Bethesda Game Studios on their X or whatever social media, you'll be able to find that video. I did see a very sad camp story today because I was kind of looking into the camp stuff, so I was Googling it. This came up on Reddit. This poor son of a bitch. Hive is Diver on the Fallout 76 Reddit. Well, I finally did it. I deleted my camp by accident.
Oh no!
This poor guy have a main camp and basic fishing. Have a main camp and a basic fishing camp. Switched to the fishing camp to work on some challenges. Said it couldn't be placed, and he wanted to pack it up. He was planning on moving to the Toxic Valley, anyways. So he said yes. Went to place it, and it asked if I was sure I wanted to move my main camp, but I clicked yes too quickly. All gone.
That's heartbreaking because that takes time to do.
He said it wasn't a best build or anything, but I had things in a nice clean layout that I've been building slowly over the last year plus. Sigh. That's a bummer, man.
I really like going in the game and visiting everyone's camps, especially because I'll hover over their camp and it tells you what kind of stuff they have on for sale. I actually wound up buying a new gun today from that and a whole bunch of ammo.
Oh, okay.
Those of you who sell ammo for 1 cap a piece, you're my hero. Thank you. Spent 3,000 caps in gold in ammo today because I needed it desperately after my little boss situation last time.
Oh, right.
And I love seeing the designs they do. But some people get it way, way too cluttered. Like this small little one I went to today had 3 little shacks, and there was so much clutter in there. Your eye did not know what to focus on. It was just too much.
Oh, just too much.
I'm still looking for a spot for my main camp. I have my fishing camp. That's what I've been using lately, but I'm going to build my main camp. I'm going to get the right spot, come up with a design, and I'll let everybody see it once I'm somewhat done with it. It takes time.
There you go.
I might wait until this update.
Because we never know what's going to come with that. It's supposed to be a big one. Everybody's been hyping it up for months now. I want to get into Gamescom real quick, and then we'll move on to what I have next. I just want to get this Gamescom real quick. Yeah. There's not a whole lot here.
No, unfortunately, there's not.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of rumors. It kind of pissed me off earlier because I saw an article because I usually follow news throughout the week and I'll look for keywords and see if anything pops up. But Thursday, I'm always right on top of everything that comes out. And so I'm Googling Gamescom at least 2-3 times today, and this article came up. It's like, Gamescom, Fallout 5, and Elder Scrolls 6, blah, blah, blah. And it was just it was just clickbait.
Yeah.
That's all it was, because I went into it, and there was a video, and the guy starts talking, and immediately within the first 2 sentences of him talking, you realize, this guy doesn't know shit.
Yep.
He's literally just
speculating,
putting it out
nothing.
There. Speculation, because there's some open time slots that say to be confirmed or whatever. And people are saying, that must be where Bethesda's going to jump in and surprise us with something. We don't know that. We don't know anything.
And Bethesda does have a registered, unnamed game at the booth, but I haven't heard anything about that yet. I'm addicted to Gamescom. Yeah. It used to be E3, but now it's Gamescom. As soon as that thing goes live, 100%. I am all over the news constantly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just nothing's come out. The only thing that's been announced by Bethesda at this point has been Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's going to be Xbox's first Nintendo Switch 2 port. That's it. That's all that's been mentioned so far. Everything else, we don't know. This is as of time of recording, which is at this time, 9:18 Eastern time on Thursday. As of right now, we haven't heard anything else yet. But, obviously our fingers are crossed, but...
Xbox's showcase day 2 is set to begin in like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes our time.
Yep. Yeah.
So hopefully we get something.
Yep.
I still have hope.
And if anything does... Yeah.
Aside from Bethesda, it's been a very disappointing Gamescom for me. Even outside of Bethesda, there's 2 really big games I'm dying to play coming up in the next couple months, but that are not Bethesda related. But I really want to get... I've been dying for some Bethesda news, like everyone else in the world lately. And this is Bethesda's last chance to really get something out there to get the hype built back up. Otherwise, it's just they're going to destroy things. They're going to destroy their reputation if they don't do something. So I'm really, really, really looking out. And all the other games have been total trash. I haven't seen anything at all to be excited about.
I haven't seen anything amazing. No. A couple of things that, Resident Evil always draws my eye. There's a couple other titles in the list that IGN posted that I'm like, oh, okay. But not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for.
Not yet.
So
a couple days left.
But if, and if something, monumental does drop, there's a possibility that Joe and I will try to do a 0.5 episode to get that covered as well.
Yep.
So that's out of the way. Do you want to talk about Fallout Season 2?
Let's do it.
Oh my God, I want to talk about Fallout Season 2. So I have a couple of articles here, but I'm actually going to skip the article because it'll all make sense. I want to go through the trailer, okay?
Yeah, my boy over here went through bit by bit on this thing.
Yeah. The trailer's awesome.
Being good by trying to notice things and framing it, and no, he got me.
Right. Well, I'm a huge, New Vegas. New Vegas was my second Fallout game. I played Fallout 3 first, but I love New Vegas. Here's what we got with the new teaser trailer. And by the way, the posters, the artwork, everything, the screenshots we've been getting, amazing. We see what looks like is the inventor of the Pit Boy in one shot. We see Maximus walking with the Brotherhood in another shot. Trailer opens. The first thing I noticed right off the rip, the first scene of the trailer, 17 seconds in, it obviously looks like an NCR camp because you see the tents in the background, and if you see tents in New Vegas, it was an NCR camp. Okay, but here's the thing. We haven't seen NCR, okay? So this is where my pontificating is going to start, okay? Let's go through it bit by bit, then we'll talk about it, okay? It is said at 41 seconds, basically it's alluded that Robert House is responsible for the Great War. We know this. We visited this on last season with, the Vault-Tec console or whatever, that they basically decided that they were going to start the war. And that wasn't canon before. It was suspected before the show. But now they're saying that, yes, Vault-Tec actually started the Great War, which led to the world of Fallout. We get, at 45 seconds, we get a shot of the Lucky 38. I'm so excited about that.
41. It is 40 seconds. 45 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. We go on a little really quick.
No,
a little
go
teaser.
For it, 'cause if you don't stop me, I'm just going to ramble off.
I installed Fallout 70 or Fallout New Vegas today, and I played it for about an hour, and all of this actually makes sense to me now. NCR.
Oh, okay.
Because they throw you into the story and they get really detailed in the beginning of the game, like mapping out what everything is in the landscape. So I know what NCR is now. I know what Mr. House is, and I even a little bit about Lucky 38. Mm-hmm. It's Robert House's casino, right? Yeah, where his guard robots go in and out all the time. That's all I know so far.
Yep, his Securitrons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. They also show you a Securitron at 58 seconds. That's Victor with the cowboy hat.
Oh yeah. I met him.
Yep, he's got the cowboy hat. You did meet him because he pulled your ass out of the ground.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we get to see Victor. Okay, Victor's still around. That's interesting. And then we see there's obviously some kind of connection going on between Cooper Howard and or the Ghoul. He becomes the Ghoul, and Robert House pre-war, which I thought was super interesting.
I know everything.
And it gets more. It gets it gets a little more interesting. We see I'm assuming it's the Pridwin, which is the blimp,
that one I don't know.
Dirigible or whatever you call it. In Fallout, you see it in Fallout 4 when the Brotherhood shows up. They show up with it, and it's called the Pridwin. I don't know if the Brotherhood has more than one of those, so I have some questions about that because this is, what is it, 15 years after the events of Fallout 4. Okay, so 15 years to get from the East Coast back to New Vegas, sure, why not? And then here's the kicker. You see Caesar's Legion. Now, here's the thing.
Is that what that was?
That was Caesar's Legion, where they look like Roman soldiers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caesar's Legion. It's one of the factions in Fallout New Vegas. And you have the option of siding with him. But this brings up a lot of questions for me. Okay? I'm going to skip ahead here real quick because you get to like 1 minute 25 in the trailer, and Robert House tells Cooper that he doesn't want to kill House yet. He's like, you have violence in you, but you don't want to kill me yet.
He emphasized that pretty big time. So
yes. So the canon ending. Okay, we have the Brotherhood returning question mark to the Mojave. You have Caesar's Legion, who obviously looks like they're doing well. Caesar's still alive, and sorry, Wigit, spoiler alert. The Caesar had brain cancer in the game, and this is like way longer than 15 years ago. So
it's fair that there's
Caesar
really
survived.
No spoilers on this, even if I haven't played it, because it's been out for like 20 years.
Sure, I know, but I feel bad. Okay, so Caesar's still alive? Question mark. Does that mean Courier 6 helped him? Okay, and if that's the case, one thing that I've seen around a lot, Macaulay Culkin, by the way, apparently going to be in season 2.
I heard a little bit about that.
Now
they were speculating what he was going to
be.
Yeah,
what he was going to be. A lot of people, some people are saying that he is Caesar, based on the line on the back of his head or something. Because you only see Caesar from the back. Also, is Macaulay Culkin? I was wondering if Macaulay Culkin wasn't Courier 6. Because
that's what apparently his character was. The speculation was Courier 6
because he was described, as intelligent and a little unhinged. Well, I mean, if you play Courier 6 a certain way, if that's the case, then is he Courier 6? Does Courier 6 take over for Caesar's Legion? Is it some mechanic that wasn't necessarily a canon ending? Is that how they're getting around the canon ending? Because they always said that there would never be one.
I really wish I knew more about the lore on this so I can get into this conversation with you, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
Absolutely. It'll make more sense later. You'll be ready by the time we're ready to watch it.
Oh,
and we have discussed it, by the way.
Yes. I want to go ahead and tell them what we're going to do. Like mine's here.
So, starting mid-October.
I think you said like October
our episode, October 18th, the episode for October 18th, I believe. We are going to be discussing Fallout Season 1, one episode per week, leading up to December 17th, the release of Season 2.
My lady hasn't seen it yet.
And I've been...
So we're going to watch it together. I've only seen it one time through, so we're going to watch it together, and we're going to be, like you said, we're going to talk about each episode leading up into... the release of episode or of season 2, and we're going to be diving into that.
Right.
And I should at that point have really good experience into New Vegas, and we'll be able to really get into the conversation on that. So
it'll be a little more on point for it.
I'll be educated.
So my prediction is House is still alive. Caesar's Legion was either Caesar's Legion doesn't end up taking over the Strip if House is still alive. So, and then the Brotherhood's trying to come back and and we haven't seen the NCR at all. So it sounds like they're gearing up for something that's not going to be, it's going to be outside the possibilities of the canon ending. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. If you disagree, I'd love to hear about it. Talk to us in our comments, or come onto our Discord, Linktree/Weird Chaos Media. You can come talk to us in our Discord. So anyways, going back, the next thing I'm super excited about, I don't think you've got to this part yet. Yes.
No, I didn't, but
Dinky
I did.
the Dino.
I saw it in your notes, so I went back and did some deep dive research on it. I know what it is now. Mm-hmm. Holding the thermometer and everything like that. Yeah. I like the fact he's a sniper that is in his mouth.
Yep, Boone from Fallout New Vegas is one of your companions. He takes out Caesar's Legion soldiers from that dinosaur. So super awesome. I was so
even
geeked
one of
when
the
I saw
posters, the trailer poster or the show posters, they have her standing in his mouth.
Yes. Yep. Her and dog meat hanging out in the mouth of Dinky. You can actually go up into it in the game. You can go up there and see his nest.
I was fully planning on using it because obviously I'm going to be going sniper.
You are the sniper. Absolutely.
I already started building it. And I'm going to talk about what my thoughts are about the introduction to that game later. But
so the last big thing I have about the trailer that I'm super freaking excited about.
Yes.
Quoting my notes, a fucking Deathclaw at 225.
Little bits of its head, but it looks vicious. And I put in the notes.
Yeah.
Because he didn't mention it, but I was excited about it because I love the creatures of Fallout. And there's one scene I didn't do a timestamp. I was gonna do that and I completely spaced it. But there's one scene where they're in a hallway fighting off a horde of radroaches, big nasty ass cockroaches. And there's one scene where you see the bottom part, the mouth of a Mirelurk, feeding.
I did not see the Mirelurk. Really?
Yeah, Mirelurk. Yeah, he's in there.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch again. I've watched it like 3 times.
I'm gonna try to post all of the screenshots of all this stuff in the video. So if you're watching the video version of it, you can see that. If you're listening audio wise, awesome, thank you, and you can check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. So
and if you
that's the trailer.
If we missed something on that, didn't catch something important, tell us in Discord, and we'll bring it up in the next episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know a lot of sharp-eyed people. I know some of our current listenership who's been with us for a while, when Shattered Space came out, they were really on top of that trailer too, like everything. So
I was
just
deep diving in that trailer myself. See, I don't know New Vegas, but I'm still very excited for this season because I know how big that game is in the Fallout lore, and it's given me an excuse to try that game again because I only played it for maybe an hour and a half before and didn't get into it. Now I have a good reason to. Mind you, Fallout 76 is like brilliantly beautiful compared to New Vegas, but I'll get over that part.
Well, yeah. It's I'm looking forward to get back into it, and with the release of this trailer, and obviously, I mean, we've known since the end of season 1 that they're going to New Vegas. And anybody who says different is trying to get likes and clicks and wrong. I love that. Oh my God, it's revealed that it's New Vegas. I'm like, we knew it was New Vegas.
Yeah.
A minute ago. Calm down.
You put an article in here, the first one that caught my attention. I thought it was very interesting. And that's
check that one out?
What your favorite Bethesda game says about you. Yep. I'm wondering how true this is because
this is super interesting.
I'm torn in my favorite games. I love Bethesda. There's three games of my favorite, and I'm playing all 3 of them. One of them not as much.
Yeah.
But the first one they go into is Fallout 76. And they say you're the optimist.
Yep.
You are in definition of finding the silver lining. You're probably an optimist in your friend group. You saw the messy launch, shrugged it off, and said, I'll stick around. And it paid off. I don't like the fact they said sort of. No, it paid off. The game's brilliant now. Anyone who says it's not brilliant hasn't played the game. So I'm still trying to get my homie over here to play it because he's going to fall in love with it. Now the next one,
I thought that was interesting. I think what cracks me up most about the picture that accompanies this in the thegamer.com article is the fact that the top of that building looks like a PS5.
Does it?
That cracks me up. It does. Yeah.
Huh.
But it says if you like Starfield, you're the big picture dreamer.
Yep.
You genuinely
it does
enjoy
look like a
loading
PS5.
Screens. I hate that. You enjoy loading screens because shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Patience is key if you want to go to space. It's not really. You do it in the first fucking mission. You'll gush about the sense of scale, even though half of your memories are eerily similar. What?
Yeah, this person is dumb.
Possibility over polish and are perfectly fine building your own fun because deep down you're convinced the perfect space RPG must exist, and this one's close enough for now. Even that is cynical. You know, who's this guy?
That's bad.
Who is this fucker?
Hey, who
is this guy?
Whoever wrote this article, The Gamer, you need to have a serious chat with Kristen. Oh, it's a lady. Kristen
Hitchcock. Kristen Hitchcock, I hope you're listening. If you are, I want you to contact us. We'd love to get you on the show.
We'd love to talk to you. We'll be nice, I promise.
Love to talk to you about this.
And Fallout 4, nice. The creator at heart.
The creator at heart.
I'm guessing it's because of the settlement building.
I guess so.
And Fallout 4 is your favorite.
You love shiny toys.
Yeah.
And you don't care if the story is tucked together with duct tape.
Man,
what is this?
She's harsh.
They're ripping it. I know.
In a bad way.
She's taking all the fun out of it.
Yeah, I was all excited for this, and I didn't read the little blurb. I was just looking at the base of it, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I like this idea. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the lover of wholesome chaos. If Oblivion is your favorite, now I'm kind of leery about reading. You're a wholesome chaos enjoyer. You love weird side quests. Yeah, see, she's an a-hole. Patrick Stewart showing up for what feels like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, no, this is dumb. I'm not gonna read the blurb because that's just stupid. I like the concept of it though. Fallout
the concept
New Vegas
is fun until you actually get into her fucking prose.
Yeah, it's terrible. Fallout New Vegas, the story
Fallout
first
New
cynic.
Vegas. Go ahead.
Story first cynic. I think you're having a far better game experience than everyone else, and to be fair, you might be. At least when it comes to leading obscure lore about NCR tax policy. Oh yes, this person's messed up. How do you say you don't like Bethesda?
Like, and the amount of effort really is. I think that's the funniest part of the article is the amount of effort that was obviously put into it as a hate piece.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, the purist. You believe in modern gamers are too soft, and the fast travel is a moral failing. You're likely convinced that Elder Scrolls peaked in 2002.
She hit the mark on Skyrim, though. I think she actually hit the mark on Skyrim. Creature of habit. Okay, here we go. Listen. If Skyrim is your favorite, your creature of habit, you love comfort food, cozy blankets, and a world where you can run in any direction and still somehow end up at Bleak's Barrow. I've gotten lost in Skyrim. It happens. And what you want is to hit things with a sword and then get distracted picking flowers. You've probably started a dozen characters, guilty, and finished the main quest once, if at all. First of all, I've finished it 4 times.
I'm sticking by this. There are 3 main quests in that game. I know that for a fact, so you can challenge me all you want. There's 3 main quests. I finished all 3 of them at least a dozen times. Fallout 3, the nostalgia lover. So, according to this, I am a creature of habit who... Let me see. Who is a big picture dreamer who's a real true optimist at heart.
Oh? I mean, you're an author.
I'm the optimistic, big picture dreamer with a habit of... No, it's just I messed that up. Anyway, I would say that 3,
she goes right back to ripping it.
Yeah, Skyrim is probably my favorite game in Bethesda thus far. It's not even close, really. Fallout 76 and Starfield are right there behind it.
She's apparently a big Skyrim fan because that's the only thing that she went at with kid gloves. The whole article.
Even then, she barely. Wow. She still slapped a little bit. She did backhanded comments. Backhanded comments.
What did
what it is, yeah.
Kristen Hitchcock, show me on your controller where Todd Howard hurt you. Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, she does have some valid points, but she comes off just rip roaring with it. And it's like, all right, man.
You can let it out. It's okay.
I guarantee you she doesn't listen to this podcast. I guarantee that for sure.
It'd be hilarious if she does. Like someone's like, hey, do you listen to this podcast? And they play it for her. That'd be great. That'd be amazing.
That would be awesome. Oh, man. I think that's enough news for today.
Yeah. We're still hoping and waiting for more news. But I have a quick question for you before we get into our plays. Just
Yeah, no,
I'm just
go
calling
for
it
it.
a widget random thought because when I'm playing games, I sometimes just randomly start thinking about things. And when games build a
Go for
world
it.
well enough where they suck you in, you kind of
Yeah.
start, I start to wonder what it would be like if I lived in that world, in that environment for real. How would I
Mm-hmm.
really be? Especially if you think about it, because
Okay.
I was diving into some shelters in Fallout 76, some old bunkers, and I was looking at how it's laid out with the kitchen, the living space, the different rooms, and the like the power plant room and all that kind of stuff. Thinking, what would it be like? What would I
Right.
do if I was stuck in a bunker like that? Let's say for 3 to 5 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
How would I? What would I do? I would, for one, I would download probably about 100,000 hours of offline games, even if I don't care for it. It's all going in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna load up
Yeah.
multiple external hard drives with games because I'm gonna assume
Mm-hmm.
that the internet's not gonna be a thing. Even if it is,
Yeah.
it'd be like minor. And yeah, so that'd be my main entertainment. Get as many board games as I could possibly find. Obviously, stocking up on as much food as you can
Yeah.
possibly carry. But like, how would it be? Would I be able to survive that being in the underground like that in like this like equivalent of a 4 room apartment for 5 years? You can't go outside because outside would kill you.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? How would you be?
Well, theoretically, with time to prep, father actually is a prepper. Uh, so I know that I would have to get his storage unit first because his storage unit has months of food rations, dry goods, stuff like that. Like he's ready, ripping to go. I don't think the isolation would bother me. Um, I think the point in a situation like that, the hardest thing you have to deal with is the other people you're with
Yeah.
in an enclosed space like that. Isolation, I think, would be easier. I mean,
Yeah, for
that's
someone
just
like
me.
you and
I'm
I would be
comfortable.
fine with that 'cause I get in front of my computer and just game it
Right.
up and take care because I'm going to have live
Yeah.
animals. You got to have live animals, otherwise you're not going to have any
Right.
fresh food. You got to have a garden. You
Hmm.
got to be able to way to sustain it because not just getting non-perishables for 5 years would drive you insane. You could do it, but yeah, and it gives you something to do.
I mean, and the garden. I mean, like you're talking about like a 4 bedroom or a 4 room apartment or something like that. The amount of space you need to grow enough food for,
Well, I
even
didn't say how big the rooms were.
okay, fair enough.
Obviously, you're going to have a bigger
There's
room for your gardening and maybe some chickens or something like that, but
right. There you go. Well, I mean, we have our ducks. We raise ducks, so we have fresh eggs. We have protein, so we're good on that. Definitely, I think yeah, we'd have to download some games that be played offline.
I'd
Would
have at
definitely be
least
necessary.
I'd have at
Yeah,
least like four, maybe two or three, like 10 terabyte external hard drives that have nothing but movies and shows, TV shows downloaded,
yeah. There you go. That'd be awesome.
and
I could
books.
do that. I don't. I would have to break out my DVDs again. I would have to. So I
You'd
never
also
thought
have to
I'd
think
say.
about, okay, so say you lose power, which would pretty much be the death of you. You
Hmm.
can't lose power in that situation because you have to vent out everything.
Well,
Um,
right, of course.
like actual physical hard copy books would be something I would definitely invest in.
Yep. Yep. I got boxes of books. I'd have that covered for sure. It's just it's an interesting situation because it's like how much can you prep? How much can you prepare for this? Because like my wife's a big gardener. My living room is just full of plants. I love it. There's plants all over the place in my living room.
Nice.
So the fresh air, you got the fresh air factor. You have, if you have a way to manage the light, of course. So that's nice. I feel like there's a certain situation. You have a survivable situation where you have your shelter, you have your necessities. Um, you theoretically can stay alive,
But
but how
then
do you
keeping you
combat the
sane.
mental strain? Yeah, the emotional strain of that. Then that's where some other luxuries, could help out. Like I always think about in the original Resident Evil movie where outside of the offices, it looked like a skyline. so at least you had the illusion that there was something beyond it, right? You have those guys I've seen on YouTube. They put the big panel TVs up on their wall and make it look like a window.
Mm-hmm.
So at least like you can get a sense of, because I think if you're just staring at the same four walls every day, you're gonna lose your mind.
I mean, I saw a shelter that was built probably like 20, 30 years ago. I forgot, it was a private one that did it. But it was like this huge silo, and they had a gym in there. They had a whole movie theater with like hundreds of thousands of hours worth of TV shows and movies already loaded and set. And that would make life easy. But it had enough space to fit, I think it was something like 8 families. 8 families of 4?
See?
Or 5? Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw there's it's a Facebook group I follow just because it's super interesting. It's called Zillow Gone Wild or something like that. And it's all the craziest listings. So you have like freaking like a castle, a whole ass castle. Or one was a missile silo. Now the main silo where the missile used to be is just wrecked. But then you have all the rooms off the side of it, and it's like it's bigger than a mansion. Now if you had something like that, give me a fully stocked bar, give me a room with UV lights and recycled water that we can use to feed the plants, and then you have an area big enough to raise, meat birds. Ideally, are probably the easiest.
Ideally, I'd have wanted, if I was in that situation, I would want to be with a couple of families that I was very close with and knew I wouldn't want to kill them in 5 years, because that human engagement and camaraderie would be critical for your mental health.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I want to hear about your experiences and your your change in gaming path.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Fallout stuff, so I decided to go ahead and switch games, put Starfield down for a little bit. I got a bug up my butt, and I installed Fallout 4. And I love Fallout 4. Well, I'm a big fan of Fallout 4. You know how I like shipbuilding? I love settlement building in Fallout 4. I love the companions.
I'm saying you would love 76, the camp building and all that.
I'm sure I would. 76 comes to cross-platform. My word, it is on the internet. It is on video. Y'all, every single one of you is my witnesses. Fallout 76 cross-platform, I'm in.
I'll pay for the monthly subscription so we can get the 8-person server, get 6 other people on there with us, and just knock it out.
There we go. We'll make a Weird Chaos server. That'd be sweet. But well, in preparation for Fallout 4, of course, I had to load my mods.
Naturally.
Holy cow! What a work this was. Well, because I used to on Instagram, I would post my load orders and stuff like that just to share it with people. Well, I didn't apparently start to do that until like my 3rd or 4th time around with Skyrim. When I went to my Instagram, I went all the way down to the bottom, and I was just posting like, it would just be like a picture of whatever I was working on or whatever I saw. And then I put a couple of the mods in the bottom. So I had to go through multiple posts on Instagram just to get a list of the ones that I knew that I wanted. The biggest challenge that I faced throughout this process was the fact that the mod limit for Fallout 4 is 2 gig. It's nothing. It is nothing. So I haven't installed Sim Settlements yet. That's not because it's a huge file. I was going to do Sim Settlements too because I haven't played that one yet. But the mod files are so huge. I got Greener Commonwealth. But
knowing King that could be
militarized Minuteman. I know, and I'm still strongly considering it, but I want to make sure that everything I have now is stable.
Gotcha.
So far, fingers crossed. But it took me like, I was on it for like 5-6 hours, just trying to pick my mods out and make sure I got the right ones, make sure they're in the right order.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it's normal stuff, pretty much. Yep. So I got my Loving Kate, my Loving Curie, my Alternative Piper. I got my my Scar rifle mod on there. I got a SOG Tomahawk. What else? I got a few. I didn't write it down because I wasn't planning on talking about it in detail. But
right,
everything works. The game looks pretty. I'm happy with it. I found a preset mod that was supposed to look like Lucy from the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of did, but it also kind of looked a little creepy, so I kind of altered it a little bit. I did put a picture of it in the Discord. I was pretty happy with how it turned out. And of course, you start out, you're at home, Vault Tech salesman comes through, the bombs drop. Still, it holds up.
I like that. It still holds up,
that bomb drop. Yeah, it is a good one. I go through and I watch my husband get shot and my baby be stolen.
Right.
Come out. Everything's so green. I just love it. It looks great. You go see Codsworth. Everything went pretty normal for this. I went to Concord. The only issue that I had was that I could not. There's a part where you go through this museum in Concord. When you show up down there, they're getting attacked by raiders. This is where you meet the Minuteman, and they call you up. It's like, hey, we need a hand. Get in here. I get in there. I'm building. I based it on a build by Fudge Muppet. I love Fudge Muppet. I give him a shout. He's a YouTuber. He did a lot of different. He might still be making them. A lot of different builds, character builds for Fallout 4. And the one that I found was the Widow, and it's kind of like a gunslinger sniper type of character. Very, very cool. So I'm running around with the 10 millimeter, and I'm running around with a hunting rifle right now.
Nice. I approve.
And yeah, and I get up. It is the first time I got up. You eventually meet the Minutemen. They tell you, hey, there's a vertibird on the roof. There's a Gatling gun, and there's a power armor up there. Go get that. Take care of the business. I'm like, all right. Yep. And I get up there, and I get the minigun. This is the first time. It's like I couldn't hit anything with this minigun. How do you miss with
Spray
minigun?
And pray was your prayers weren't being answered.
Huh? Apparently not. I don't know. So take care of that issue. Of course, you head back to to Sanctuary Hills, Red Rocket. I decided to go it depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll go and I'll just wipe out. I use Clean Settlement, so it kind of cleans up all the garbage and debris. And then I have I think it's called Everything is Trash is the mod. And that means that you can just delete everything. I could delete all the houses, all the foundations, all the trees, everything. And I'll do that, and then I'll start just building something huge from scratch. This time around, I'm going to use the empty houses, and kind of build it up over time.
Okay.
And I have the main, I don't know, community house. There's a couple of beds in there. There's a little, yeah. Well, this one is just it's for everybody. Okay, so you got a little living room in there. You got a little dining room in there. You got the kitchen with the stove. You got the cooking station there. Nuka-Cola fountain. Of course, the power armor stand is right there. Everything. So I can just go to one spot and do everything I want to do. If I want to change my uniforms or upgrade my weapons or do anything, it's all right there. And then across the street is where your original house was, and I got that built up with making it look all fancy. Everything's lit up, but I'm looking at this stuff, and I'm looking back at my Instagram and some of these posts, because that was when I first learned about Eleonora and her clutter mods, the things that she was building before Bethesda ended up hiring her. I'm like, there's so much more that I could put into this, but that 2 gig limit is really, really killing me. So I got that to a place where I wanted it to be. Red Rocket truck stop. The one thing that seem to be running into right now. Now, I did not put, because of all the updates and everything that they've been doing, originally I used to swear by having the unofficial Fallout 4 community patch. And after, of course, knowing you, hearing your warnings over time, and we learned very quickly that the unofficial patches are unstable. They're dangerous when you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes, and all of a sudden one update, you brick your game. So I did not include that one, but I'm getting instances like when you go to Red Rocket and you find dog meat for the first time. One of the things that happens there is all these mole rats pop out of the ground and attack you, and you got to fight them
Right,
off.
yeah.
They, for some reason, that trigger delayed. I walked through the truck stop, outside around where the gas pumps used to be, and then I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna head on down the road, and I'm starting down the road because I'm on my way to Diamond City, and all of a sudden, then the mole rats pop up. Yeah, if you go a little bit further past that, there's a dead cow, and then there's blood bugs over there that are like feasting on it. I was engaging them, and then all of a sudden the mole rats were behind me. So then I had to deal with both of those things at the same time. And let me tell you, I missed my VATS. I missed my VATS. That's fun. It's so cool. Actually, you saw the video I posted. I posted in Discord. I put it on all of our social medias, but I made a music video out of my Corvega plant battle.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The song was Hellfire, and it's from Arcane, which is a show that I watch with my kids. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. I miss it. I mean, I'm pretty stone cold in the Fallout games, first person, but having that extra VATS and getting the slowed down time and that was another thing that was in the trailer was Lucy shooting the gun and you had bullet time where it slowed down.
Well, what drove me nuts about that is she was not aiming it and she was holding it terrible.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been able to hit the broadside of a barn like that.
The funny thing is that there are mods for Fallout games for that same reason. I have a mod on my Fallout game that is drop weapon. And you put the gun down like this when you're talking to people. So you're not holding it at people. You know, it
so
and
proper.
It fixed the thing. It's proper. Yeah. There are mods out there for that. It is something that people notice. Went through College Square. I was nervous about going through College Square, a part of Boston, because it is so heavily populated by ghouls. And I didn't know because I had between the unofficial patch and then there's a Boston FPS patch that I used to have on my game as well. And it was supposed to kind of help the lag and stuff in downtown. I didn't experience much though. And I don't know if that's just because they have the next gen update and as well as they, obviously their own updates. If it really was, it had to have been the right call to go without that unofficial patch. Because so far, fingers crossed, so good. I'm not really having any frame rate issues or lag or anything. So I went through College Square, killed some ghouls, hit up the super mutants outside of Diamond City.
The usual
I forgot how fun that fight was. Yeah. Yep. Well, there's one particular, it's Diamond City. When you first approach Diamond City, you hit this little square and Diamond City security is engaged with 2 super mutants and 2 mutant hounds right there. And it's always fun to join that fight. And then I went up and probably my favorite character intro in this game is the one for Piper Wright. When you first walk up to Diamond City and she's trying to talk her way back into town because she has Public Occurrences, which is her newspaper, and she said some stuff about the mayor and pissed a bunch of people off. So they didn't want to let her in. So it's this whole bit, and I don't know what it is about the scene. It's like one of the scenes in the game where the character animation is very lifelike. It feels human, the way she's moving her arms, the way she's kind of leaning in, her facial expressions. I think in Fallout 4, it's one of the best examples of that kind of animation of the character. Always cracks me up. She basically cons the guard into letting the gate, and then you run into Mayor McDonough, who's not happy to see Piper, but he's kissing your ass because you're bringing business into Diamond City. That's where I'm at right now. I'm about to go meet Nick Valentine.
So you got some good time in.
Yeah. I got a good couple of days. I got lucky. I got off 2 days in a row, so I was able to put some time into it. It was a lot of fun.
I was pretty busy on my very little free time I get. But I did manage to get some things in. Like, I got a little bit of Fallout 76 time in. Not as much as I wanted, but I started the quest line with that will basically give me the ability to launch nukes. It's
right. We were talking about that.
Yeah, very long quest line, but I started doing it. And I saw a glowing Deathclaw on my way to one of the locations, because you have to go from the mountain area into the marshlands, which is the far right, the higher level part of the game. And I haven't been in the marshlands at all. I'm level 63, and I have not been in there, except for a couple of times, like, to do fishing. So I was making my way down there, and I came across a Deathclaw cave, and there was a level 62 glowing Deathclaw in there, so it radiated. So I wanted to give it a shot, see what I can do with it, because they can drop some good goodies. So I took my new sniper rifle out that I modified, and one shot took half its life. The thing didn't even get a chance to look around before it was dropped with 2 shots.
Wow.
That made me very happy.
Holy cow.
So I took out one of the biggest baddies in 2 shots.
Yeah. I saw a video on Facebook earlier today. And it was this guy, and he had a fat man. He was playing Fallout 4. He had a fat man, and it was like a matriarch Deathclaw Alpha or something. It was one of the biggest, baddest versions, right? And this thing's roaring, and he has a fat man with the that shoots the double nukes. Shot 2 nukes of this thing, hit the thing, whole thing explodes, and then all of a sudden he also has a mysterious stranger perk. So that guy comes out, and like between the nukes and the mysterious stranger, it took him down like half health, that Deathclaw, and then it just murdered him. Like, you're having a bad day.
Those things are
man.
vicious.
So
the legendary Deathclaws in 76, I avoid like the plague, unless I'm really far away and I have plenty of time to at least empty at least 12 rounds into them.
Oh, jeez.
And there's this on your way. It's like right on the border before you get to the marshlands in the northern part of the map. There's this huge a Red Rocket, like massive superstore gas station, and it has the most dead cars in the game in that area that I've seen. They're just stacked up in there. I couldn't help it. I took my sniper rifle out and just started shooting them. One shot takes out a car and is blowing up with a nuclear blast. And there's one point where I didn't video it in time. I did do a video, but after that event, where it probably took out 8 or 9 cars in a series of massive blasts. It was something epic out of a movie. I just couldn't help it. It was like a kid playing with fireworks, you know?
Yeah. Super awesome.
I did do a video, and I posted in our Discord of me blowing up a couple of them. But
I watched it. It was cool.
It's so much. How they do the effects for the explosions in that game is so much fun. It's like little mini nuclear blasts. It's great. I just had fun doing that. So that's all I was doing, doing that quest and getting things going. I did load up Fallout New Vegas. I am going to be playing it. So I want to really get versed up in the lore of the game and say, hey, I actually played it, which is largely considered one of the best games made in the Fallout series. And my game is stuck in a small, tiny aspect ratio. I have a huge monitor. It's a giant curved gaming monitor. It's amazing. I love it. It's big enough where I had to make payments on it. And it's 3440 by 1440 ratio. And the game was never built to support that. The maximum it can get to is 1920 by 1200. So it winds up being this little tiny box in the middle of my screen.
Oof. And
it bothers me so bad. And there's a couple things I can do. I was wondering, because I'm using the Steam version. I bought it a long time ago. Or it was gifted to me.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if I go and did the Xbox version, if I could get it to fit full screen or not. And from what I was reading, no.
Really doesn't make a difference?
No. There is some code I can do. I can put into the actual startup code for the game, where I might be able to trick it into forcing the aspect ratio. So we'll see. If not, I'll play it on the small screen and get going. But it was enough to where I started getting into the story. Like getting shot in the head in the very beginning of the game and surviving it. And
you know who that is, right?
The wannabe gangster?
Yeah.
That shoots you?
Yeah, that's voiced by Matthew Perry.
Oh, is it?
Chandler from Friends? Yeah.
I thought that sounded familiar.
Yep, that was Matthew Perry.
I spent most of my time in Skyrim, though. My true Bethesda love, a.k.a. Skyrim.
Of course.
I was continuing that Dragonborn questline. And, as much as I complain about dragons attacking all the time at the worst times, sometimes it can be to your benefit. And it was at one point. I was going to Saring's Watch to learn a new shout. That's the Bend Will shout. It's like the main shout you use for that DLC. It's all about that. which is kind of a fucked up shout, because you're just taking over people and monsters' minds and just making them be your slave. Most movies, that's the bad guy doing that.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. And on the way, a blood dragon attacked. I remained in stealth. I was watching this dragon and a Draugr army beat up on each other.
What?
For a good solid 5-10 minutes. Until they were like almost all dead. One shot away from death. I just started loosing one arrow at a time, taking everything down, including the dragon, in one shot. It was just, they were almost all dead.
Is that something in your mod list? Because there is one that I looked at last time I played Skyrim, and it makes the different factions battle as you're walking across the map. You'll come across like a Stormcloak and
From what I
Imperial
remember,
battle.
dragons attack everything.
Right, maybe. It's just weird to see like a bunch of Draugr.
It was not something that was normal. And it was definitely different, and I was watching it. I just sat there and waited.
Yeah.
And then I came across one of the most interesting little side quests so far in this. I've been trying to do a lot of side quests in this new map. And there's these Reiklings. They're creepy little shits. They're like, I like to call them my blue monkeys, because they look like a cross between goblins and monkeys that are purple or blue or something like that. My lady said they're not blue, but my eyes see them as blue.
Right.
And I did the quest with it, and it was just a very amusing little quest. And then the chief gets pissed off at you because you're stronger than him, so he wants to attack you. So you end up killing the chief, and somehow that makes you the chief of the Reiklings.
That's amazing.
So I became the leader of my blue monkeys.
There you go.
I didn't know what the benefit of it was. I found out later on when I would fight a dragon, and suddenly I had 3 blue monkeys showing up to help me fight.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every big fight, they were there. It made it worth it. It was pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh, I had one instance where you have to go clear these shrines using the Ben Will shout, and these lurkers come out of it. I hate lurkers. They're nasty little beings, but I have a method where I use my shadow shout, which does my clone, and that grabs its attention long enough for me to kill it.
Oh, okay.
And but I had one time when I did that, I had a dragon show up. I had 2 cultists show up out of the blue, and there was some other like one of those, they're not hounds, they're funny looking like bug looking dogs. Forgot the name of them. They showed up, so I had this 5-way fight going on.
Holy cow!
Most of them coming after me, but thankfully my 3 monkeys showed up.
Nice.
So, and the dragon actually started helping me out a little bit. That was the second time I got help from a dragon. I survived it barely. And Hermaeus Mora just sucks. He's the god of knowledge in Elder Scrolls lore, and he's basically this giant ball of ink with eyes and tentacles. He's something out of a really bad hentai. So yeah, I have been dealing with him. I finally got down to, I'm going to just, kind of skip across. I did a lot in there, like Dwemer Ruins, and that was a big mess. There's this massive Dwemer Ruins you have to go through.
Dragon.
The name dragon? Oh yeah, the one that you get to... Yeah, oh yeah, he was random. I went and did the Dwemer Ruins, and when I came out of it, I got into a dragon attack. Krusala? It was a named dragon. I had no idea. And it wasn't a part of the story because no one said anything about him attacking me, as far as I know.
Right.
Thankfully, I had the shout that summons a professor that gives me bonus damage to dragons, so I was able to take him out after I died the first time. Because I was trying to take a screenshot with my phone so I could remember the name to put it in the notes.
Good call.
So that's when I was doing that, I died. But thankfully, it was right after I zoned out, so I got to do it again.
There we go.
My blue monkey warrior showed up, and my little professor friend, who's an amazing magic user who likes to wipe out everything with lightning, was there helping me out. So it was pretty quick and easy. Yeah. So here's the bad part. I hate Hermaeus Mora. I hate his realm. Going through that was just not fun. Going through all the books and the different creepy puzzles you have to go through. Finally got to Miraak, which is the main boss. The first Dragonborn, as he claims anyway. And I get through the fight. It was a rough fight. And when I got to the end of it, after he resurrects himself, the full health after 4 times, he freezes. right in the middle of the screen, glowing gold, and just froze. So I was walking around collecting the dragons. I think I might have did a video of it. I think I did. I might have to put it on the video version. He just stands there. Nothing happens. And I waited 10 minutes. Nothing happened.
Oh, wow.
I tried everything, tried talking to him, tried shooting him. Nothing happened. So I just turned the game off. Went back to it a couple days later. Loaded up, had to do the fight over again. And this time it was a lot easier. I went to my most damaging arrows first and just took my time on my shots. And wound up beating it pretty easily. And this time it did finish it and load it up and wind up beating the whole thing. But I'm going to still do... I'm going to explore that zone more, that island, and go do a lot of the side quests. Because so far, the side quests are very entertaining. Like my little blue monkey friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
I'm surprised I didn't play it before. It was
my favorite... I was thinking about this when I was listening to a previous episode of ours. We were talking about side quests, right? The episode where we were talking about side quests better than the main mission.
Yeah.
I forgot my favorite side quest in Skyrim. And it's the side quest with, I think it's Sheogorath. That's where you meet the dude in the tavern, and it's a night of drinking, and all of a sudden you wake up in the Temple of Dabella in Markarth.
Oh.
And you're getting cussed out because you defaced it, and then you have to, like, go back, figure out why you have a goat, why you're married.
Yep.
And, like, do, like, a hangover style, like, trying to figure out what happened.
It was a hangover quest. I remember that one.
Skyrim for sure. Yeah, it's a fun one.
I'm loving being back in Skyrim, and it is like playing it for the first time again. It's so much fun. I've almost got my archery and my stealth maxed. I just solely focused on that. Now I'm gonna get into enchanting and blacksmithing and get that maxed out because thankfully there's mods that allow me to make arrows.
Heck yeah, man!
I go through too many arrows. I was empty at the end of Mirak fight.
So weird that's not in the base game. I mean, there's a Fletcher in Whiterun.
There's a mod. I don't know if it's available for creations, but they allow you to break down armor and weapons to the metals. You can use that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I gotta look for it, see what's in creations. Because it was a part of my original mod list I had. You could just take your armor and break it down at the forge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's something that came along in later games, right? So when you like break down stuff in actually just in Fallout,
made it a lot
break
easier.
Break it down. You're stealing your screws and your adhesive, and that would be actually just keep remaking the same damn dagger.
Well, you'd obviously lose materials as you go. It kept with that. Like if it takes 2 iron to do a dagger, you get 1 back.
Got you.
But it's still
that makes sense.
A lot better than having to try to go all over Skyrim trying to find iron and steel to make something, or gold.
Right. Yeah.
Enchanting and blacksmithing are almost critical in that game to get leveled up.
It is. It really is. Now, I don't think we necessarily mentioned, we did talk about the fact that we're doing Fallout episodes for the TV show. Like we'll be talking about episodes one at a time leading up to the release of season 2. The reason that Wigit started playing New Vegas is that we talked about getting into the game a little bit to refresh ourselves in preparation of the. So you'd probably be looking forward to a little more New Vegas in our playthroughs when we go through those in the weeks coming up.
Kind of be splitting my Fallout time between 76 and New Vegas, at least at first. And once I get into New Vegas, who knows? I might let that take over for a while until I get really into it.
Once you get a little deeper.
Yeah. So it would be nice to know the story leading up to the TV show, and the fact that I just don't have much knowledge in the Fallout lore like a lot of people do. It's kind of lacking for being a host of a Bethesda show.
Well, got a reason to figure it out, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to. That's gonna pretty much wrap up tonight's episode. We did it all.
Yeah, we did do it all.
And if you guys get a point episode, I really hope you do, because that means something amazing happened. Awesome.
Fingers crossed,
if not,
man.
We'll talk to you all next week. And that is it, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Have a fantastic week out in the Bethesdaverse, everyone.
Peace out.